Hi, everyone. Welcome to this recorded chair yoga class. I am not able to be there, so I wanted to make a recording for you. And we'll use a strap, or you could use a belt tie, a belt or a rope tie, a long towel, and a chair, of course, and then maybe a pillow or anything that you need to get comfortable. I like to put my feet on something just to, the chair's a little bit too tall for me. Just taking a moment to get set up and comfortable. You can set your straps down. And then just beginning to bring your attention to that connection with the chair, connection with the floor, allowing yourself to feel supported by the earth, making any adjustments needed to get comfortable in this upright position. Arriving here now. And then let's take some big deep breaths together, filling up through the belly, chest, upper chest. You can open mouth exhale, releasing and softening. A couple more like that. Filling up, expanding. Open mouth exhale, sighing it out, softening. Let's do one more like that. And then moving into some alternate nostril breathing. And you've got a couple different choices. If you, for whatever reason, don't want to touch your nose, you can simply focus on inhaling left nostril, exhaling right nostril, inhale right, exhale left. If you'd like to block off your nostril, bring your right thumb to the top of the right nostril, inhale left, bring your ring finger to left nostril, open up the right, exhale right, inhale right, block, exhale left, inhale left. And continuing at your own pace, allowing the breath to slow down. If you like, you could gently soften your gaze or close your eyes. Do one more round. And next time you exhale right, just releasing that breath, releasing your hands. Notice how you feel. And gently blinking your eyes open if they were closed. And just a reminder that you have agency in this practice. I'm going to be inviting you to make some different shapes, do some different movements, but you have the ultimate authority. You know what feels best in your body, and nothing should hurt. And if you have any injuries or mobility, just backing off to a practice that feels good for you today. Let's begin to add some movement to our breath, starting with some gentle neck circles, not forcing anything, bringing that sense of curiosity to our practice today. How does your neck feel today? And then switching directions when you're ready. Noticing if this side feels any different. Taking gentle care with our neck, our cervical spine. And making your way back to center at your own pace. We'll take an inhale here and we'll exhale right ear towards right shoulder. If you like, you can extend that left arm. And if you like, you could use your right hand either for some gentle traction or maybe just to hold that head up. Taking a few breaths here. And releasing hands, coming back to center. Inhale. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Maybe extending your right arm and maybe bringing that left hand up either for some gentle traction or some support. And releasing hands, moving into some shoulder rolls now. Inhaling up the front, exhaling down around back. Noticing any sensations, maybe even any emotions that arise. And switching directions if you like. And releasing that movement, and we'll grab your strap or your belt tie or your towel, taking a nice wide grip, bringing up and around, making it as wide as needed to get that full range of motion that's available today. And then we'll drop one end and grab that behind us, one hand on top, one hand below. Pulling up with the upper hand, down with the lower hand. Feeling that stretch across the chest, maybe the back, shoulders, and arms. And switching out your hands, other hand on top, other hand, grab that strap from below. And releasing that strap for now. We'll do some cat cows. So feet solid on the floor. On the inhale, we're shining the heart forward, adding an arch to your back if that feels comfortable. On the exhale, rounding your back, pressing your navel towards the back wall, bringing your chin tucked, tailbone in. Inhale, expanding the heart. Exhale, rounding the back. Warming up all the muscles that support the spine. Making your way back to center. We'll inhale the arms up high. Exhale, bring your right arm down, left arm up, and then over. Side body stretch. If it feels okay, option to bring that hand down in front of you. Feeling a stretch A different part of your back. Back to the side, coming back up through center. Right arm up high and then over, side body stretch. Maybe trying that forward stretch. Left arm high, side body, forward. Again, really listening to your body, honoring what feels good today. Coming back to center, and we'll inhale the arms up high. Exhale, twisting any amount to the right. Hands come down, and we'll take a few breaths here. On the inhale, imagine getting taller through the spine. And on the exhale, using that natural engagement of your muscles to help you hold that twist, only going as far as feels good right now. On your next inhale, coming back up through center, reaching up, exhaling, twisting towards the left, arms down. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, holding that twist. Back up through center, reaching up. And then bringing the hands down, and we'll move into some torso circles. So inhaling around the front, exhaling around the back, getting into the hips and the lower back. And again, only going as far deep or shallow as feels good today. Then switching directions if you like. And coming back to center. And we'll take a moment in our chair mountain pose, pressing down through the heels, legs slightly engaged, hands to heart center, feeling the stable, solid, balance nature of this pose. If you like, you could imagine a favorite mountain, solid, deeply rooted into the ground as it rises up into the sky. Not concerned by the changes of seasons or storms or anything going around it. And we'll move into our sun salutation. So exhaling all your air here. We'll inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hinging at the hips, just going as far as feels good today for forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, so lengthening that spine, pressing your hands into your legs. Exhale, folding once again. On the inhale, bringing that right leg with you, either lifting at any amount or grabbing underneath, or you could clasp your hands around that knee. On the exhale, folding down. Inhaling up to our upside down downward dog. Flexing your feet, pressing your hands as if you could press them up against the ceiling, engaging the muscles. On your next exhale, bringing your feet back underneath you, hands to your legs, and then squeezing your elbows towards your ribs. On the inhale, shining the heart forward, baby cobra. Exhale, fold down. On the inhale, bringing that left leg up with you, lifting it any amount, holding underneath, or maybe clasping around the knee. And your exhale, folding down. Inhale, let's take that downward dog on the ceiling one more time. Flexing feet, legs engaged, pressing hands against the ceiling. Your next exhale, bringing feet underneath, hinging at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, finding halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hinging all the way up, arms rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's pause and take a few breaths here. How are you feeling? How is your breath? Heartbeat. Checking in. And we'll move to our Warrior Two flow. So I'll mirror you. So bringing your right leg pointing right, left leg pointing forward. We'll inhale, arms up to shoulder height. You could press into your heels, engaging the legs, reaching out your arms, tapping into that gentle but strong warrior energy. On your next inhale, bringing that arm up, finding a side body stretch, reverse warrior. Exhaling back through warrior two into side angle, bringing your hand or forearm to the leg, other arm either straight up or over towards your ear. And now we'll flow through these three poses, finding a pace that feels good to you today, moving slow and controlled. Meeting up in warrior two. And then we'll come towards the front of the chair and find a goddess pose. So wide legs, you press into your heels. And then option two, twist this goddess, bringing your hands to your legs, bringing one shoulder towards the opposite knee. Back up to center, other shoulder, other knee. And coming back into our goddess, maybe adding the arms. And we'll move to the other side. Finding your warrior two. Reaching forward, reaching back, pressing into your heels. Finding that warrior, your inner, gentle, but strong warrior, just as you feel today. On your next inhale, let's find a reverse warrior, adding in that side body stretch. And then coming back through warrior two, finding your side angle, either hand or forearm to that leg. And now finding your flow, moving at your own pace, listening to your body. Back to warrior two. And coming forward. Great job. Let's try our chair pose now. Fierce pose, Utkatasana. So you can stay in the chair, pressing your weight into your heels, engaging the leg muscles. You could try coming up off the chair, maybe doing little up and downs, maybe holding up. Weight into the heels, energetically squeezing your legs towards one another. Noticing your strength. Sitting down whenever you like. And maybe do one more if you feel like it, only if you feel like it. And then releasing. Let's tap the legs out. Great job. We'll move to a balance pose. So we'll do a tree pose. And we've got options here. You can go the same warrior two legs, getting that nice hip opener. And you could play with moving your branches. Option two is using your chair as a prop, opening up the hips, pressing into that standing leg, maybe growing your branches. And then option three, planting the foot down that's closest to the chair, bringing your other foot either to the ankle or calf or thigh. You can keep holding onto that chair. If that feels solid today, maybe releasing the chair, knowing you can always grab onto it. And then maybe growing branches here, noticing the wobble. There is nothing wrong with the wobble. That's how we grow our strength. Releasing, shaking that out. And we'll move to the other side. Your choice, warrior two legs, using chair as a prop. And then maybe releasing the chair or planting that foot down, bringing other foot to ankle, calf, or thigh. Maybe releasing. If your balance feels good today, every day is different. So not approaching this with judgment, just curiosity, noticing how your muscles engage to keep you balanced, pressing that leg into the foot, foot into the leg, strengthening your trunk, and then releasing, shaking that out. And we'll come down and do a little stretching. So we'll start with another hip stretch. So you can cross your ankles, getting a hip opener, or you could bring your ankle up over your knee, flexing that top foot. This might be enough of a stretch right here. If you like, you could hinge forward, deepening the stretch, taking a few breaths, allowing the muscles to soften. Maybe open up a little bit, finding a little bit of stillness. And gently rolling up. And we'll switch out our legs. If you like, you can tap that out. Bringing the other, either crossing an ankle or a knee. Flexing top foot. Maybe this is enough, or maybe hinging forwards a little bit. And gently rolling yourself up. And then we'll stretch our legs with strap. If you have a strap, otherwise you can do this without also. Flexing that right foot, you could simply hinge down. Or if you have a strap, you may want to capture your right foot and crawl your hands forward until you feel a nice stretch. Letting your breath slow down now. If you like coming up, you could even move that out to the side a little bit, just getting a slightly different angle, facing that leg and hinging down. Just taking a few breaths here. Gently rising up, and let's switch out our feet. Flexing the other foot, hinging forward, or if you're using a strap, capturing that foot, hinging forward any amount. Taking some slow breaths. And gently rolling up. Bring that foot out a bit, facing that foot. Inhale, exhale, fold. And gently rolling up, releasing the strap. And we'll do a little bit of meditation now. So getting comfortable. Just once again, noticing that connection to the floor, your connection to the earth. Taking some deep breaths, noticing your breath. If you like, you can gently close your eyes or soften your gaze, or maybe find a fixed point of gentle focus. And let's do a gentle body scan, just inviting our muscles to soften, starting with the crown of your head, scanning down your face muscles, the muscles around your eye, your jaw, maybe opening and closing your jaw, maybe softening your tongue, and scanning down the back of your head now to your neck, scanning down the shoulders, all the way down your arms, wrists, hands, fingers, all the way down your back, your lower back, scanning down your chest, internal organs, belly, and scanning down the hips, legs, ankles, feet, and toes. And just noticing as thoughts arise and pass through, witnessing your thoughts, witnessing your mind. Beginning to deepen your breath now. Once again, noticing that connection to the earth. Releasing meditation, and we'll just take a moment in final resting pose. Nothing to do now. Just spending some time letting all the benefits of the practice integrate. Stay here longer if you like. If you're ready to move on, beginning to deepen your breath, making any movements that are calling to you, maybe moving your wrists and ankles, toes, fingers, maybe a stretch. Coming back into the room, waking up for the rest of your day. And I invite you to bring your hands to Padma Mudra, bringing the base of your palms, pinkies and thumbs to touch, creating this beautiful flower by your heart space. And I invite you to think of something you're grateful for. This could be something simple, tiny, or something big. And what are you proud of? What's an action you've taken? Again, this could be small or big. What can we celebrate today? And then bringing your hands to prayer position at your forehead, third eye center. Let's thank ourselves and each other for practicing today. Not only do we get the benefit on so many levels, but everyone and everything around us benefits when we care for our energy. And I thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste. Thank you. I hope that was a good practice today. And I will see you in person next week. Have a great week. Bye.